All right, time for round two. Sorry guys, last video cut off soon. But anyways, so what I was saying is, basically, you'll be right here or right around again because of those stupid damn balancer shafts. So get rid of those damn things if you go with the F20. I believe the H's have them too. You just got to do your research. The B's don't have them. The K's don't have them because after a little while, Honda found out that people were getting pissed off and their engines were going out quicker and quicker and quicker because of those damn little performance features or, quiet features, whatever you want to call it, crap. So delete that crap right away. You can get it as cheap as, you can get the KS, or what is it? Yeah, the KS Series 1 or the 1320. There's a couple of places that build them. Just look around. Sometimes you'll find them even cheaper than that. I paid $88 for mine, so which is cheaper than the 124. And basically, I'm gonna run. That's the old manifold. I'm gonna run a H23 manifold. I got the conversion. What is that? AIV or AICV valve adapter for 2-wire instead of a 3-wire. I retrofitted the manifold. I'll show you how, basically I'm going to try it out to see how it works on my stock F23 one. So pretty much see if pretty much what I did to it, see if those didn't change nothing and if it'll run accordingly. And then also, you can do it two ways with the VTEC. You can either get the ECU, which the POA 10 something. The POA is the VTEC model, but you got to make sure which ones you get because there's a non-VTEC, which is an older style one, and then a new VTEC one, which is the EX Honda Accord, basically VTEC model. Then you can do it two ways. You can run it straight to a battery and a push button switch on your steering wheel or somewhere where you can push and let off, or you can get a VTEC controller and hook it up that way, or just break down and get the VTEC brain, or get a P28, whatever you want. You can get a P2 if you have an OBD2, but you want to go OBD1 at least. And then convert it over, and then you can do your own bitmaps and stuff like that, which it's kind of easy to do that stuff. I thought it was hard, but it turns out it's pretty easy with Honda. So basically, this is what you got. Now, you all don't have to do an extensive build like this, like I'm going to do, because I'm cutting, I'm actually porting and polished the head already. I cleaned up all the ports and valves and all that stuff. I'm going to run a little bit more stuff. All my exhaust valves are going to be port and polished. I'm running, like I said, the H23 setup as soon as I'm done modifying it. Just minor details here and there. Get a new header pipe set up, and then basically I was going to go performance, like straight performance without turbo, but I think if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to build me a turbo setup. So, don't waste money in buying pop-up pistons or any of that shit if you're going to go turbo, because basically that'll be a waste. You're going to tear them all out. But you can buy pretty much performance dress up, like hoses, spark plugs, distributor, basically oil pan, shit that basically would, even if you use it on your one engine, it'll work on your other engine, basically. So, and then go from there. And then you fucking pretty much, be there if you take it step by step and take your time and do it right. So I'm just letting everybody know, be aware. Buying your motor on eBay, don't trust a damn thing those people say or anything unless you actually drive out to where they have it and you can look at the motor, or tear it down and you have all the seals. So if you do get a motor on there, make sure you have a seal kit before you even have the engine there, so that way you can replace all the seals in it and everything before you even put it in your car. That would be your best way, and then you know pretty much what kind of damage you have right there, or someone pre-built it, you know, redid the engine, because mine was basically turned out it was supposed to be a 65,000 mile engine, but it was already rebuilt. I mean, it was an original gasket sealer. You could tell someone opened it up and replaced those parts before, because there was more than an excessive gasket, you know, sealer in there and stuff like that. And everybody knows the rule of thumb of gasket sealant is not a whole lot, just a very tiny bit, so that way it just seeps out a little bit on the side, so that way you don't have a bunch of seepage, because that shit will fuck up your engine too in lack of oil. So basically, with those balancer pulleys right there in the reservoir, you can see like two empty spots. I don't know if you get a different angle. You see those holes right there, like right there? Yeah. You see those two empty spots? That's where your balancer shafts were. Now they're gone. It means you got one more liter of cubic feet in your engine, and basically you don't have to worry about that shit no more. So after you're done with that, make sure you knock out the sleeves out of those the rings or the bearings out of those sleeves, because you don't want them to come out and then go in your engine, and then there you go, back down to square one again. So if you're going to go with an LS build, basically you can use whatever block you want. You can use this block or whatever your term is, but if you're going in LS, you know, you can use this block and just give yourself a good head, you know, a good VTEC head, and you got best of both worlds, because this block cranks out some horsepower. Or if you go, what is that, a G23 GS, something like that, a G series motor, which is meaning it'll be an F23 block with an H23 head and a bunch of other, you know, different components from the engines. I mean, they call those what are they, Frankenstein builds. So basically, all right guys, well, this is my tutorial for the first part. As soon as I get more parts, I'll make the second part step by step and show you. Basically, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to rebuild an engine and have some mechanical know-how and stuff. It's real easy. Like most of my stuff is custom modded for myself, from my hand, because a lot of stuff I can't afford because they want so much money for it. But and then you pretty much have a good little fast, you know, weekend driver or whatever you want for the meanwhile, until you can buy the engine you want. But remember, if you're going to do that, don't listen to anybody else and everything. Do your research. Buy the engine you're going to buy, so that way no one talks you into the crap like this or pushes you at the time to find a cheap, you know, cost-effective matchup to your motor and everything. Now I know why my motor was more money than these, because basically these are a dime a dozen, and they suck, because if you don't change the seals and everything, they're from Japan. Everything's designed for only how long people it lasts, 60,000 miles out there or whatever, however long before they have to change these damn motors out. So don't forget, that's JDM in Japan. They're not made to last long like that. So make sure you change all your seals when you get the motor and everything, so that way you can diagnose and see what the hell's in the engine, and you can return the engine before, you know, you're out of warranty or anything from the buyer. All right, folks. Well, be looking for part 2 on my channel, and hope you guys have fun and this helped you out a lot. Thanks.